and we're just so happy to be back. But on a sad note, everyone knows Bishop, that is our co-host here. Unfortunately, his wife passed away on New Year's Eve, and we just want to give him our condolences and our prayers as he goes through this now. And he just wants to know that we here at Careology and WPSL, we got your back, and we're here for you, and we're just going to keep him in our prayers. It's already sad when you have to lose someone, but to lose in the beginning of coming into a new year on a holiday, it's a different feeling altogether. So he took some time off to be with his wife, and now she's gone in our prayers and our everything. But I was with him yesterday, and he said, give him a couple weeks. He said, I'm coming back. I said, are you sure? He said, yes, he needs something to do. So we're going to welcome him back on his time and his schedule, and we're going to be happy to have Bishop back with us here on Careology. So we look forward to that. And we just want to give a big shout out to Pastor Haynes. He will be out for a couple of weeks, but then he will be coming back, and we hope everything is well with him also. And we just want to, we just need to be grateful. So I'm just going to share a little personal information. I had a cousin that had a stroke last week, a massive stroke. Hours later, they found her in her home. And they had to do a craniotomy, which means drill a hole in her head to get out fluid. They had her on a respirator. It wasn't good, so they had to go ahead, do surgery, and do a tracheotomy. For those that don't know what that is, it's cutting a hole in your voice box so that they can go ahead and get much air as possible and do a feeding tube. So basically, they had told my family, we need to prepare, we need to plan, we need to pull the plug. Yesterday, when I got a call from my mom, what's today? Tuesday. Sunday, she opened her eyes. Yesterday, they sat her up in a chair. Today, she was writing on a board with her hand because she cannot speak. So this is where we say miracles happen and God is good. That is why I am in a fantastic mood. I was too burdened last week to come, so we had a recorded show. So that's how my new year started. But like I say, we talk God on this show, and they said it would only take a miracle, and those that are listening with my voice, it was a miracle. And I am just so happy for our family. We are not at the funeral home looking to go. We are rejoicing because she is alive. We know it's going to be a long road ahead of us, so please pray for our family. But we are so glad that my cousin is doing better, and I'm just excited. She's in Orlando, so I'm excited this week to go ahead and see her and tell her she's just getting too much attention. The attention goes to Roxy. I need her to calm down, Cliff. You're getting too much attention, but we can joke about this now because we can, and I am very, very grateful for that. And that's what I'm just going to talk about. I don't have a guest tonight. I don't have anything lined up. I'm just going to talk from my heart about just being grateful and gratitude. I'm actually going to open our phone lines. If somebody's just grateful about something and you want to share that, this is your time. It's the beginning of the year. So much. We're happy Cliff is with us. Look what he went through. I had another friend that went through the same thing as Cliff, and she's struggling a little bit with her breathing. So we're going to just pray for Miss M and just say we're praying for you, and we're wishing you the best, because everyone recovers differently. A couple weeks, Cliff was at work, and a couple weeks for her, and she's still struggling.
We've got a football player out there that's doing rather well
He's
right now,
doing
too.
very well, yes.
Ironically, mine was on the 3rd of October. His was on the 3rd of January. So we've got to be extra careful.
But his was a little bit different from yours. Was a little worse.
Right. Well, yeah,
but he was young, and that's what I'm saying. There is no time, there is no season, there is no age for when anything can happen to you. So what we need to do, we need to remember that. We need to be kind. We need to be generous, and we need to just pour our spirit of thanksgiving, hopefulness, and just love out there. And everything that some incidents hit the national news. So we know what happened to number 3, with the Buffalo Bills. We know what happened to others. But then there's some that are happening in just people's home. There are a lot of things that we just don't know that a lot of families are going through. And this lets us know, from the old to the young, your time could be any time. When God says your time is up, it's up. He decides that. When your time is up, it's up. And we need to live the best life that we can, and we need to do the best that we can, and we need to be gentle, we need to be kind, we need to be loving, we need to go ahead and show support, we need to go ahead and lend a hand. If you and family members aren't getting along, Come on, this is I first of all, Cliff, I remember when Prince was talking about 1999. That seemed like a space age away when he did that.
I know.
When Prince did that song 1999.
Party
I
like
was
it's
like, yeah,
1999.
party
Yeah.
like I'm like, boy, I don't know if I'll ever see 1999. Now I'm in 2023.
My wife believed that the end of the world would occur on December the 31st, 1999.
Okay, so
And there was no convincing her otherwise. And then when it happened, I said, "See, everything's okay."
we don't know what day, we don't know what time, and only thing we can do is just be prepared. So this is what I'm going to tell you. We know we got a lot of family rifts, a lot of us. Listen, I'm the first one to say I'm guilty. I told you guys, I'm gonna be honest, I'm the first one to say I'll be guilty, because nobody holds on to stuff like Roxy. I hold on to it like crazy glue to cement. I don't let it go. But sometimes you got to let it go. It frees you. You look younger and you feel better. You don't know when something is going to happen to someone, and we need to just let it go. We need to embrace each other. We need to just come together as family members. We need to come together as friends, and we just need to love on each other. And that is what I want us to do, because, coming into this new year and seeing what happens, it's just, we've lost some other people, and I lost another friend, and the main when I talked to her, the first thing she said, "Oh my God, I wish my mom had a will." And I looked at her and I said, I couldn't help but just say, I wish you would have listened to my show when we had Dignity Memorial on here. People, get yourself together. Get yourself together. Put your stuff down on paper. Go see an attorney. Do what you have to do, because when this time happens, the bickering, the yelling, the fighting, none of that has to happen when you have your stuff in order. Some people think it's taboo, to discuss this. No, it's not. It's not taboo. It's making sure your loved ones, I think your
You
loved
got
ones
to
don't
open
go through what they go through.
necessary conversation.
Yeah, and that is it. You prepare for your child's future and their college. Why aren't you preparing for yourself? Because that day is inevitable. Now you have to do it for even the ones that are young, because the young seem to be going quicker than the ones that are older. We really need to open up our eyes. Nothing is taboo. Nothing is forever. But what we can do is love, and we can prepare. And with all the stuff that I have seen going on over the last 2 weeks, this is just 2 weeks into the new year for me. The end of the week and the first week, it has just been, wow, an eye opener, and just finding a way that I can just, just pull it together. And if I got to pull it together, I know there are a lot of other people that got to pull it together. But I just want to let everyone know we had our big event this Saturday at January 7th. At the Wyndham Grand in Jupiter. And let me just tell you, whoa, it was fantastic. Jet was there. We had a great time. I just want to give my hat off to Miss Natalie Pozo, the anchor woman from Channel 25. She was delightful. She was cheerful. Carebag has a friend for life. We had a fabulous time. I had close to 175 people there. Hawk was an amazing auctioneer. Thank you, St. Lucie Jewelry and Coins. I've never seen him do his auction thing, but people, let me tell you, he is bad to the bone. He was amazing. And what he came out with his auction, they were beautiful, delicious items. And every last one went, Cliff. Went like hot bread.
Huh?
Everything went.
Wow.
They would and it was all for a good cause, for Carebag. And we had a great time. And I want to say Elite Electric, Groza, Design a Sign. Thank you guys for being our sponsors. And then we had, I'm going to say it wrong. I don't want to say Hearts with a Z. Hearts event planner, and she did go on our social media page, because the pictures aren't up on our website yet. Our place looked magical, delicious. It looks like you stepped into breakfast at Tiffany back then didn't even look good how we look good. I'm just gonna put it out there. Our event looked fabulous, and thank you, Jet. Jet said, "What a great event!" And the people had a good time. People are still calling me and talking about it, and we just want to thank every last individual from start to finish to end to now. Thank you, thank you to my events team and my team that helped us put this together. We could not have done it without you. To my board members, Miles, Catherine, Amber, Mark, thank you so much. To my council members, there are too many to call, and I don't want to miss one. Thank you for being there and your support. From my people from Jupiter, from Boca to the Treasure Coast, thank you for coming out. It was a wonderful event. Right now, we are still waiting for the count to come in, but right now we are at $23,000 of what we raised. We have some more coming in from AM Fund, which did our trips, and that is going to help us. That is basically a quarter of what we needed to go ahead and get us through. But that will keep us going for the next couple of months for Carebag. So we're happy. We will deal with the next one. We will deal with the next hurdle that we have. May the 23rd, we have our celebrity chef at Fujiyama. If you want to come, we just found out that Representative Toby I keep saying his name wrong. Representative Toby Overman is going to be one of our celebrity chefs. We have a chef from one of the restaurants, The District in Stewart. We have some really good people coming out there. We're going to have it up and on our social media. And just to let you know, it's May the 23rd. So on May the 23rd, we're also celebrating something really, really special, Cliff.
May the 23rd.
May the 23rd is our celebrity chef at Fujiyama in Stewart.
Oh.
But May the 23rd, we are also celebrating my birthday.
Really?
So the date they had available was my birthday.
I know you're not as old as I am.
No, I hope not.
If you were born the same year as I, we'd only be born 3 days apart.
Only 3 days apart.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be celebrating my birthday with everyone coming out there, and we're going to have a really special time. So if you want to come and celebrate just with us and just enjoy my day with me also, because I don't mind giving up my day for Carebag.
And bring her a birthday card.
We're going to have a fabulous time for a fabulous cause. My breath, my energy is wrapped up in my family. Carebag is my family. So we just want to go ahead and just give love out there for everyone. I still need one. I have 9 chefs. I am 1 chef down. So if anyone is interested in becoming a chef, you let me know, because it's going to be a fantastic, fantastic day. I think it's going to be absolutely fabulous. And I almost forgot the young men that we had playing the music for Breakfast and Tiffany. You felt like you were back in the Sinatra day. It was just nice, cool, calm. People were dancing. It was just a beautiful, elegant affair. And like I said, our pictures are on our webpage, on our social media page. And we had the 360 photo booth, which was, Cliff, the women, the men were just having a ball. And this is one, I'm going to say I've had many events, and I'm going to put this right now at the top. I'm going to put this one at the top. This was almost 2.5 years of waiting to happen because COVID cut us off. So we haven't had an event in almost 3 years. So this was well worth it.
I've noticed how COVID cut so much off, but we're still out there kicking and doing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Things are still happening. So keep on doing it.
We have to. Life has to go on. We have to eat. We have to sleep. And I'm going to put it out there. Right now, I got a call from someone. One of my donors called me. I have a 61-year-old woman in a wheelchair, and she needs to find a place. Her mom died, 90-plus years old, and with her Social Security and her disability, she cannot afford the 2-bedroom and can't find a 1-bedroom. So now we are in the process, and I'm putting it out there because this is where it becomes desperate, because there is nothing out there. And I cannot see the 61-year-old woman bound in a wheelchair out there on the street. And if something's not done, it's going to happen. And I am just applauding to anyone. If you know of anything, if you have anything, please reach out to Carebag and give us a call. Our number that you can reach me on is 772-222-7399. We have a month to try to get this together, and we are doing our best not to have this young lady on the street in her condition. She lost her mom, the most devastating thing that can happen. We hope that she does not lose the roof over her head. And when I got that call a couple of hours before coming here, I had to just wonder why. What is going on. So I'm seeing some messages here. Why weren't you invited, everyone? My event was all over social media. Everybody was invited.
I
So
saw it on television.
you
on the
saw it on
news.
television on the news. There you go. So Miss M, do not tell me that. I see you right there. We are going to have on our website our events for the entire year. We already booked August 6th for our back to school haircut. We have our Secret Santa coming up. We are ready for 2023.
We'll have to sync our calendars in our cell phones with your calendar on the social media.
You can do all of that because these dates are coming up, and anybody that wants to volunteer, get involved. Only thing you got to do is reach out to me because everything is there. And then we're going to have our big event coming up January 2024. But you know what, people? Let's get through 2023. We're 10 days in already, so the month's done.
It'll go by fast enough.
Yeah, it's going to go by fast enough. The month's done. But we just want that support, and the support we're getting from the community is just great. And hello, Miriam. Hello, Jet. Everyone out there, thank you so much. It was just amazing. I want to talk to, okay, I see everybody out there. Yes, everyone. Yes, Martianne is with me here in the studio. She's eating her cheese chips and just being as sweet as possible. I know, Cliff, they can never believe that I have the 3-year-old baby in here with me.
I can hardly believe it. I'm looking right at her. And every time I look at her, she gives me the prettiest smile you ever
Yes,
seen.
she is. I was going to see her. She looks like a little China doll.
She also sees herself in the monitor.
Oh, yes,
'Cause
too.
We're shooting this for
Yes.
for YouTube.
Well, she is a doll, and as we go in, we just want to pray over all these children that are coming into this time. I saw that one of the states are trying to sue the social media giants. I don't know how far that's going to go, but I like the fact they're making people take responsibility. What you put out is what you get back for our children, and our children should be our priority. And even though it is not the social giant's responsibility, your responsibility for your children do rest at home. You have the method of monitoring your social, your Wi-Fi, that you know what your children get on. If your children cannot be responsible, then you take away that phone. You monitor that keyboard. We cannot keep putting blame on everyone else. Yes, they need to be responsible for maybe some of the content that they take out, but guess what? Responsibility starts at home with responsible parents. When I read that, I shook my head and I said, I kind of understand where the school is coming from, but now you have to talk to the parents. A lot of parents are giving their children tablets, giving their children phones. Here you go to shut them up, get them out the way. Your responsibility is for your child. It's not the school's responsibility. It's not Snapchat, Twitter, or Facebook. It is the parents, the guardian's responsibility. She's 3 years old. She cannot go on the TV or the tablet and pull up and watch anything she wants to watch. It is my responsibility. And when we start trying to push responsibility on somebody else, instead of pushing it to where it belongs, it starts in the home. That's where it starts. People, it starts in the home. And that's what we need to do. So I'm very interested to see how far this goes, because in order for the children to have these things, to get on the social, the social giants didn't give them the tablet and the phones. The parents did. So where are we going to start looking at responsibility and asking parents, why are you taking responsibility for what your child is doing? We need to stop playing this blame game and really start putting it where it belongs. If your child's not doing good, if your child is thinking about many other things, let's start looking at home. Stop letting your phone, your tablet for your child be your child's babysitter. You be the babysitter. You take responsibility. I think that is something that we're missing. So even though I kind of understood where the school was coming from, I still got a little upset about that, because if these children didn't get these things, then they wouldn't have these problems. And they're not working. They're in school. So that means the parents, the guardians gave it to them. So when are we going to stop putting blame on everyone else and start putting blame where it lies? And that is at home. You need to be responsible. I go around, I'm so many places, and the only thing I see is children's head in tablets. Some parents take responsibility. Some let them watch any and anything, So if something happens, it comes down to the parents. And I'm going to put it out there. It's the parents' fault. Yes, I said it. Oh, my God, I can't believe Roxy said it. Yes, I did. And I'm going to say it again. It is the parents and the guardian's fault if you as an adult cannot control what your child, your adolescent under the age of 18 child is doing. Because guess what? They're not buying the phone. They're not paying the bill. You are. So you need to, it's like parents want to be a friend instead of a parent. That baffles my mind altogether. You cannot be a friend. You need to be a parent. Friends are what you have at school. Friends are what's in the playground. That is what you need to do. So, you know what? Jet just said, ironically, top executives of tech companies, Facebook, Google, don't allow their own children to use social media. Thank you, Jet. So, you know, that's the same thing with Facebook. One day they did an interview at Zuckerman's office, and he had his camera covered with a piece of tape. And I saw that, and immediately I went up and I got a piece of tape. Because if he's covering his camera, he must know something. I don't even need to know what it is. I'm just covering mine. That's what I did. Port St. Lucie police have little things that you can get at the police station that goes right over your camera. You can slide it open, slide it closed. If his camera is covered, so is mine. Because if he has a lot that he wants to hide, I got a lot I want to hide too. Maybe not that much, but enough that I can feel safe. You know what? Parenting starts in the home. And when we start, that's like somebody blaming me because I got upset talking about the homeless, and they got upset with me talking about the homeless.
For bringing it up.
But that's what's happening.
Shame on them.
No, but that's what's happening in the schools. The schools are trying to sue all these social media because they said children are committing suicide, thinking of suicide. But my question is, who's buying them the phone? Who's buying them the tablets? Who's buying them these things to get on? It's the parents. You want to control your child? Stop trying to be a flippin' friend and be a parent. That's what it is. So many parents want it. This is my best friend. You ain't my best friend. No, you not. We're not best friends. You are a child. My best friends, we go to the bar, we go out shopping, we go on trips, we go any place over the age of 21. You can't go. You're a child. You know, that's why God did it, that parents rule over children. Parents are there to guide children. If you're trying to look for a best friend so that your child is not mad with you, you're going to have a lot on your plate. And I think that is what's wrong. Can we come into 2023 with a little bit more common sense, people? You know, can we do that? We're going to come back because I'm feeling the heat in me all of a sudden. We're going to come right back with Roxy in my mama bear mode for 2023.
Sometimes it's quite necessary. Mama bears are necessary.
Sometimes it's necessary. We'll be right back after these messages from our sponsors that are truly, truly needed, respected, and loved. Thank you. Careology will be right back with Martian and Cliff and Roxy. Thank you. Reimagine the way you buy a car, what would you do? Make it simple, make negotiations disappear, demand transparency, then experience amazing at your Treasure Coast Lexus dealer. Car buying simplified. Treasure Coast Lexus is a proud sponsor of Careology. Every Tuesday at 6:05 p.m., caring and supporting for our community. Car buying simplified. Check out your Treasure Coast Lexus dealer. Thinking of building your next home or renovating? Come see us at Grozer Builders. We will create a home suited for your lifestyle. With years of experience means we give you a complete professional service from a dream to a concept. You will get the best results, best value, best quality is what you get from Grozer Builders. Visit us at grozerbuilders.com. You deserve better. You deserve Grozer. Careology was created to talk about the issues that face you in your community. You're invited with me, Roxy, every Tuesday at 6:05 p.m. right here on WPSL 1590. Careology, the science of caring, is about you, family, and the community moving forward. Please do join us. Remember, Tuesday at 6:05 p.m.
This is WPSL Port St. Lucie, the talk of the Treasure Coast.
And now, back to Careology with Roxy Brown.
Say welcome back to Careology.
Welcome back to Careology.
All right, we're going to get it straight. Welcome back to
Wow.
Careology, and that was Marty. Listen, you got to teach them while they get young. You know what? I love what you said, Cliff. So many things are going on social media. The evil, the foul language and cartoons on YouTube are created by Disney. And they put all of that on Disney now because they can't really put it on film. So, and parents need to be aware of what's going on.
And some of the parents need to know that some of their kids are having nightmares about Cartoon Cat and Huggy Wuggy.
So let me tell you something. When she's gone to bed, I actually scroll through because there are a lot of things she tells me she wants. Gigi, I want to watch this. I scroll through and I will sit down for an hour, 2 hours and watch it and get the gist of it because I want to know when she does have that little bit of TV time that she can watch, that I know what she's watching. She doesn't get on her tablet unless I know what's on there. And that's being responsible. That's like giving a child a phone and a tablet and saying do what you want is like giving them the keys to a car and putting them on 95 at 7 in the morning.
Yeah.
You're not going to do that because you know you can't.
You
You'll
don't
be
send
locked
them
up.
to play in the road, do you?
That's
you
right.
Really shouldn't
but
let
guess
them look at
what?
some
You're
of this
letting
stuff.
them play in the world with pedophiles, with people they don't know, and you're okay with that because you're behind as a parent is too bloody lazy to go ahead and be responsible. Yes, I said it. You're too damn lazy. That's it. Come on, people. And that's what's making me
people.
That's what's making me upset. The school is going after big conglomerates to go ahead and have them do what and tell them they need to be responsible. Why aren't you going to the parents and saying, parents, listen, your child is feeling this way, your child is feeling that way. What can you do at home? It starts at home. You know, that's what it is. You want to shut your child up at age 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 by giving them just access to everything, you're going to pay the consequences for it. Anything that happens to your child is not social media's fault. It's not the world's fault. It's your fault. And that is the problem. We don't send our children out in cars. We don't give them cars. What age you can drive to have a license again? What?
Well, for a learner's permit, I think you have to be 15.
15.
Yeah.
You can drive by yourself at age what?
16.
16. When could you buy alcohol?
21.
21 years old. But you give your child a tablet to talk to strangers. They can't bring a stranger in their house. They can't bring a stranger in their car. But you put them on social media where they are just open to everything in the whole wide world. Now you want to blame the people that make it. That you want to blame the people. You want to blame the babysitters because you're using them as babysitters. You want to now blame the babysitter for not doing a good job when you should have found out about the babysitter.
And we hear about a 6-year-old bringing a gun to school and shooting a teacher.
Oh my goodness.
That's
That is
gotta be
even
horrifying.
That's more than horrifying because now again, but guess what? Guess where the blame goes to?
Yeah.
The mother.
Yeah.
It was the mother's gun. She had a license.
She bought it legally.
She bought it
But
legally.
she was careless of where she left
She was
it.
careless. So just like you give your child a phone and a tablet and you let them go on, whatever happens, its responsibility is you. I really hope that this suit that is going on goes nowhere. And some people, oh, Roxy, no. They're doing what they do to make money, to do what they have to do, but it takes responsibility of adults. Nobody wants to be an adult anymore. Everybody wants to have children, but nobody wants to be an adult and do the adult thing. You know, some people wake up and say, get ready, cook breakfast, and just let their children go. These are the same ones that are making their children do whatever they want to do. And now it comes on the school system to try to do parenting. And I think that is really unfair. You know, I think that is really, really unfair. We need to start taking responsibility for the ones that we have. You know, the same way you're not going to give your child a key and say, drive to the store and get your groceries and come back. It's doing the same thing. It's opening them up for disaster, but it's in a disaster in a different way. You know, I think mental illness is high. The same way you can get physical illness, this is mental illness. And it has the same repercussions as the same thing as physical illness. It will haunt them. Mental illness will haunt you more than something physical. You will heal, you will get better, you will get over it. Mental will stay with you forever, ever, and ever. And when I read that, I was like, that's not good. I didn't like it. that's my opinion. This is my show. So that was my opinion. And I just think as adults, and if you have children in your care, it is your responsibility for you to do the right thing. And if you can't do the right thing, then don't get them a phone. Don't blame it on the system. And I want to tell the school district, if you know that they are students that are not doing well and that are having a hard time, talk to the parents. I think everybody's afraid to talk to the parents. Ooh, what's going to happen? Talk to the parents. You're going to waste taxpayers' money to go after, these big guys, and it's not their responsibility for what children do on their phone. And I'm not an attorney, so I can't wait if this goes to court that we can hear what the attorneys say. I'm not an attorney, but this is common sense.
Yeah.
This is just common sense.
Some things don't need an attorney or a brain scientist or rocket scientist.
This is just common sense on what you can do for children.
Simple common sense.
Just simple common sense. I was we'd gone away one time and we saw one of our grandsons and he was doing something. And my husband was like, where is he getting this from? Every minute he picks up food and he'll just throw it on the floor. Everything he gets, he throws it on the floor. And my husband decided to sit behind him and watch what he was just watching him. And what he was watching was the cartoon. And every time the character got something, he took the plate and the food and threw it on the floor. Hello? Kids do what they see. They're impressionable.
Yeah.
So we couldn't understand it. So we took it away. Of course, you had a fit and you had a tantrum, but guess what? We're being responsible.
The fits and tantrums go on the
They come and they go.
Too,
yeah, they come and they go, so you'll get over it. And that's what we want to tell. It's being responsible. It's looking at your surroundings and seeing what's there for your children. You want to keep them safe. You want to keep them healthy. And this is another way to do that. Being responsible is looking at what your child is doing. Putting down your phone. Look, for 5 minutes. Turn off your phone for 5 minutes and have a conversation with your child every day. How was your day? What's going on? Are there any problems? You're going to find out so much that's going on. You can't find that on if you send them an email or you send them a text. Just turn the phone off. Put it down on silent. If you're that addicted to it and you can't turn it off, put it on silent for 5 minutes and take time with your child. Find out, because they're talking about, in the news report, they were saying, children are committing suicide, wanting to commit suicide or have attempted. Where has these parents have that conversation with them?
The children shouldn't
even
know what those words mean.
But that's the thing. The school is telling us that. Oh. So if they're getting this from all of their social media sites, my thing is, Cliff, who bought them the phone?
Yeah.
Who's paying the bill?
Yeah, it all bounces back on the parents.
It all bounces back on the parents, and no parents want to take responsibility. No guardian wants to take responsibility, and that's what's happening.
Then when something happens, then they become negligent,
uh-huh.
and that's not good at all. And if it's somebody else's kid, then there's liabilities involved.
Mm-hmm. So we need to be careful. I think as a society, we want to put blame on so many people. We want to go ahead and find somebody else that should be responsible. We need to start looking inward. We need to really start looking inward and saying, okay, what as an adult, or what as me as a community member, a community leader, what am I doing that I can help my community go forward? Let's find out what we can do, and then start paying attention to these things. When we start paying attention to these things, then we can open our eyes to so much more that is going on. Stop letting other things be your child's babysitter. Spend time with your child. This is a new year. My God, spend time with your child. Know what's going on. It just makes it easier. If your child has a problem, you as the parent, as the guardian, should be the first one to notice it. Not at school.
On it like a hip pocket.
Yeah. The school shouldn't be seeing that first. You should be seeing that first. You should be having that conversation. You should be seeing it, that you know what's going on. And why aren't we? We're so wrapped up in our world. We're so wrapped up with everything that's going on. Family time is just becoming just so minuscule. So, what can we do as a family? What can we do that we can do more for individuals, more for our children, more for our friends? What can we do?
Care. More
That's it.
caring.
Yeah.
Careology.
That's it.
Yeah.
I am your carologist.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have a professional carologist present with you today.
There you
folks.
go. You know what? We're coming into a new year, and with everything that's going on, we want our children to be safe. We want people to be safe. We want everyone to just have this new outlook into a new year. You know, I'm not asking. I don't make resolutions. If I'm going to do something, I've already decided I'm going to do it. For those that you make resolutions, let's see if you can keep it for 30 days. To me, I don't make resolutions. But what I can say is think about something new you want in your life. Think about something different that you want. You know, you can't keep doing the same old thing over and over again and expect new results. It's not going to happen. You can't want your child to get better, but yet you're not doing anything that can turn the tide for them to do better. You know, it doesn't make sense. It's like somebody not wanting to get wet, but they're standing in the shower. What sense does that make? You know, you have to do new things, and that's what we want to encourage everyone to do. And I'm just praying, I'm just hoping. I want to hear at the end of this year, Cliff, our suicide rate is down.
That would be nice.
That would be amazing. You know, there's certain things I want to see, and that's one of them. I want our suicide rate to be down. I want people to be able to get a job. I want people to be able to find a home that is affordable. It's called affordable housing. We don't have that. We're nowhere near that. I don't care how many meetings commissioners have in our counties, within our counties from Indian River all the way. I don't care how many meetings they have. Until we decide to build it, until we decide to say this is what it is, you can talk about what you plan to do. Let's stop talking about what we plan to do and just do it. You know, there comes a time where we need to do it.
I hear
the
people
talking
all
is
the
done.
time. I hear people talking about all the things that they're going to do, and they expect you to compensate them for it already in advance.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, it doesn't work like that.
No, it doesn't work like
You have
that.
to prove what you're saying, to make yourself more believable. And, of course, when you're dealing with kids, you got to be believable with truth.
Oh yeah, because they'll
don't
knock
know.
you on it. They'll know. Kids can know
If
it.
you don't talk to your kids, somebody will.
That's right. And the next person talking to your child is going to give them the wrong information.
Yeah.
So it's better for you to do it, that you know you're giving them the advice that you want them to have. Whether we may like what you tell them or we might agree, but it's what you want them to have. Because when somebody else tells them, you don't know what information they're going to get. You know, it's already 2023 and we have so much going on. We have people dying in California. We have people in Baltimore that don't have fresh water. That can't drink. They got to buy water. We have so much going on. And we also have the next best thing that's going on, Cliff, is the $1.1 billion jackpot.
But what are the likeliness of actually winning that?
I don't know, but guess what? You can't talk about it unless you got a ticket. So I don't play the lottery, but I'm gonna let all of you know I sure got my ticket. So I don't even know when the lottery's called. I don't even know when it's 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock.
I think 11 o'clock at night.
At 11 o'clock at night, I'll probably be asleep by then. But let me tell you something. People always talk about I want to win. I would love to win. Everybody would love to win.
Who wouldn't?
But you know what? I only play when it gets to a ridiculous amount, and to me, this is ridiculous.
Do you always play the same numbers?
I don't even know. I don't play enough to even know what numbers I play.
Oh, okay.
I'm one of those people.
That's
But when I
supposed
went
to.
to the machine, the guy said the machine wasn't working. He said something's wrong with it. I said, you know what? Why don't you keep trying it? We had a line behind me, and she's looking at me, and I listen.
They can push a button on that machine; they'll make random numbers.
Yeah,
pop up.
I said that's what I want, and it wouldn't go through. And then I think on the 7th try it went through. And when I was leaving, one of the people in line looked at me and said, "You better hold on to that." I said, "You have no idea." I don't know, but I think when it reaches this, you just have that anticipation you want.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I spend more on a cup of coffee than I did buying a ticket today. So you know what? I don't think that's going to break the bank.
If I won at least as much money as I've spent on coffee all my life, I wouldn't need a lottery.
But you know what? If you can't talk about it unless you're in it. Yeah. And I say that all the time. I'm not going to sit and say, oh my God, I wish I won. I can't wish if I don't participate. I know some people don't like the lottery. Some people don't play it. I necessarily don't. But I'm going to tell you one thing. I sure played it right now. And if I did, you don't even want to think if you did. I wouldn't even be able to sleep. It's better I go to sleep.
What charity would you support if you won the lottery that day?
Well, actually, there are quite a
Carebag?
few. There are quite a few charities. If I was supposed to win, there are quite a few charities I would
If you're going to
support.
win that much money, you're going to have to pick a handful of charities.
There's
Yes.
there's quite a few. There's quite a few charities. Carebag would definitely be number one.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely be number one. There's so much I wanted to do with Carebag. They're definitely number one. And my next one that I like is Graceway Village. They have been trying to do a transitional home for families, and they've been struggling and going and going. And they were one of the first nonprofits, them and the Inner Truth Project with Mindy Fetterman. They have helped me when we first started, and I love to pay it forward. Well, hey, I do a radio show for other nonprofits. I love to pay it forward. And I remember when I first started, I needed an office space to just have my first meeting. And Mindy Fetterman with Inner Truth Project opened up and said, you can come here, and gave us their main office for us to have our first meeting. And we're going to be 6 years old next week on the 17th, 6 years old. And I will never, ever forget Inner Truth Project, because she didn't have to do it at all. And she did. She didn't know me, but she just said, come on.
Mindy's coming into the radio station many times over
Yeah.
the years.
Mm-hmm.
So
She's
we're
come.
very
Yeah.
familiar with her.
She has come on this show many times, and I love her, and she's just always been. She always told me, "Don't ever change, Roxy." She always said, "Give him hell, don't give him hell, don't ever change," and that's what I've been doing, giving it to him the best way I possibly can.
That's right.
So-
Call upon the mama bear when you have to, and try to be nice all the
But
rest
you
of the
know
time.
what? To anyone, to anyone that is just out there. We want to go, and talking about money, we want to go ahead and say something. We have a new text to donate number. If anyone would like to go ahead and give to Carebag, only thing they have to do is text the word dignity, Dignity, the word dignity, to 772-934-9911. That's the only thing they have to do. 772-934-9911.
So what happens when they text the word dignity to 772-934-9911?
It's going to come up, thank you for Carebag, and how much would you like to donate? Would you like to just be recurring? Would you like to be $5, $10, $100, or other?
Oh.
And it just makes it much easier. A lot of people don't like PayPal, so therefore this goes directly into our account for us to go ahead and assist those.
PayPal implies that you have to have a PayPal account.
Yeah, but you don't.
But you don't.
And it
Any
confuses.
right.
Yeah, and it really, really confuses a lot of people. And I've had a lot of people that were confused with this. So this way now, you're not confused. 772-934-9911. And you can go ahead and just text the word dignity.
Yep.
And it's right there. You can do reoccurring if you'd like to. And this is a way for you to just support. Our birthday is coming up. And we're going to be 6 years old. And I was like, this is what I would love to see. I would love to see 6,000 or more come in to our account by January the 17th for our 6th birthday. And that is more than doable.
Okay.
Because
I'll have to
that's
start
6
talking
years.
about texting dignity to 772-934-9911 on the swap shop and every other chance I can get.
There
on the
you
air.
go, because that's what it is.
The more the merrier, yeah.
To our new van that we have, it's being customized. We were hoping to get it back this week, but they said we'll get it back next week. So as soon as that gets done, we are excited to bring it over to Design a Sign down to Chrissy. We're going to get it wrapped, and hopefully by the end of this month, I want to have a ribbon cutting, and we're going to have that on the road all over St. Lucie County, just going to soup kitchens, going to the soup kitchens, going to the food pantries, and going and just giving love to our families that are in need. Homeless or families in need, anyone that's in need of any hygiene items, we want to be there for you. And we're really excited. All of our funds go to funding this mobile hygiene pantry so we can keep all the things we need inside. We want to make sure we have the diapers. We want to make sure we have the Depends, the deodorant, the shampoo, the conditioner. We want to make sure we have it all, that someone needs to go to work or a job interview, we can help them. That's what we want to go ahead and do because that's what's important. So if you are touched by your heart and you want to go ahead and help, just remember, text the word dignity to 772-934-9911. And that is, oh my goodness, and that's the only thing you have to do. Time is almost up. We only got 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't understand this time thing. It happens to me all the time on the radio. Something
time
with
just
being on
flies
the radio.
by.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun too.
Yeah, well, you
it
know
is
what?
fun.
Good information. You have good information. You have fun, and you're giving. This is, and just to put it out there, I know Cliff says it. This is my point of view, and everyone does have their point of view. And just listening to the news today, Cliff, I kind of got a little fatigued when I kept hearing, we need to sue, we need to sue, we need to sue. No, we need parents to take responsibility. We need parents to take. You're not going to give your 3-year-old, your 4, 5, 7-year-old the keys and tell them get behind the truck and go to school. You're not going to do that. You're not going to say get to the bus stop, cross US 1. You're not going to do that. But you give them a device that they can lose their life over. Shame on you. And shame on the school district for trying to go ahead and put blame on someone else. Yes, these corporations need to go ahead and be liable, but it's up to our Congress. It's up to our politicians to go ahead and put that into effect because they give them the go-ahead to do what they have to do. And if your representatives loved your children like they say they do, they will do it. That's it. If your state representatives, your congressmen loved your children the way that they loved lining their pockets with money, they would do what they have to do to protect their children. And yes, you heard it on Careology. And this is not political. This is just a fact. You're worried about fundraisers. You're worried about all of this. Go ahead and start worrying about children and what they're seeing. You deal with that and let the parents deal with what they make their children see. That is how it should go. We should not be ruling and suing for what parents have to do. So I just want to go ahead and leave you guys with this. I want you guys to have a happy new year. It's the beginning of a new year. I can't wait to see what unfolds for Careology. This year is going to be really fantastic because I'm taking it to a whole nother level. No mess, no fuss. We just giving it to you straight, no chaser. No chaser whatsoever. And we're just bringing it to you cool, raw, and smooth here on Careology.
Listen to the mama bear when she rears up because
when she rears up,
it
that's
means
it.
something.
That's it. But and it's important. That's it. It's important for us. But I just want to say it has been a pleasure for the last 2 years here. And we just want to say we are back next week with a fabulous show. And I just want to say love all of you. Can't wait to see you again. And Roxy out, your Careologist. Have a wonderful evening.
Wow.
Thank you, Cliff.
Well, we've done it again. Let me remind everybody that archives of this show just so happen to be on YouTube under WPSL TV. And go binge watch you some Careology, why don't you? And tune in every Tuesday night in the 6 o'clock hour as Carebag. It's www.givecarebag.com. Or, as we just found out, you can text the word dignity to 772-934-9911. You can help. Carebag. Thank you for joining us.